Howdy-yo, everyone! Velocity here, back in action for more New Cases Attraction, baby! That's right, we're playing more Professor Layton, specifically Katrielle and the Millionaires curse or whatever. I forget what exactly it is. Something to do with Millionaires. Regardless, Katrielle, what you found now? You finished a new book, have you? Well now, I finished my book. I think it's time for a nice cup of tea. Oh, but I just had some tea not long ago, didn't I? In that case, perhaps a siesta.
Just a little idea. Instead of being, bone idle, how about sorting, out that dog's breakfast on the desk?
Oh no, Cheryl. I'm afraid I can't possibly. Not today.
Couldn't possibly? Because you couldn't possibly be bothered, you mean?
Look at his little angry eyes! I'm gonna pinch him. I don't know what it is about basset hounds, but they're always looking cute regardless of what they do. It's weird. No, Cheryl, that's not it. Miss Layton has a very good reason for not tidying up.
Really? Come on then, Pinstripes. Lay it on me.
Because it's Good Wednesday.
Good Wednesday?
Yes, it's one of the annual bank holidays we enjoy in London. Terrible. That's terrible. Why would you enjoy something in London? You're in London. There's no other place like London, all right? I've heard the song, okay? I've seen the documentary Sweetie Todd.
Oh yes, that's a very good reason, of course. Huh.
Good Wednesday is a very ancient story behind it, you know? Many, many years ago, right here in the capital, Saint Godwin appeared to the king of the land.
Your Majesty, your subjects are exhausted because they are working too hard. Do not see them suffering.
King looked around the land and saw that the saint was right. Feeling ashamed that he failed to notice his subjects suffering, the king made a day, holiday from the year forward, and he named it for the saint. Obviously, no one knows if that's really what happened, but anyway, today is a bank holiday, and no one is allowed to work. That's right. As a Londoner, it would be a terrible fox pass. Oh, wait. No, not fox pass. Faux pas. That's what it's called. It's called a faux pas. I hate that. I hate the French language for this. Why are the X's not X's? They're not. Faux pas? How is the X silent, motherfucker? How? I don't understand that. I have a lot of gripes with a lot of languages. But like, not to the extent that I have with French. With English, I get because it is just a zombie version of amalgamations of different things, of Frankenstein's monsters of language. But French people, what the hell? Why is this faux pas? Like, legitimately, why is it? Why is the X silent in French? That doesn't make sense to me. Same thing with rendezvous. First time I saw rendezvous, I was just like, that can't be it, right? But it was used in the same context, like, it has to be. And sure enough, that's what it was. I just, you know, fucking use letters. Like, they just put in extra letters for no reason. Which you'd be like, oh, English does that too. No, what English does is just take the lessons from previous areas and just apply it onto itself. So you need to know specifically the ones that, like, came from different languages. So, like, if you speak a lot of languages, you could just kind of learn American English by that proxy. Not to a degree that, like, you'd be fluent, but, like, to enough to where, like, you would understand, sort of. Not necessarily context, because, obviously, slang and whatnot is one of them situations where you gotta know. But, yeah. I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a rant there, didn't I? Nancy lost went on another rant today. Would be a terrible faux pas to do any work at all today. These traditions are very important, you know?
Such a modern, forward-thinking woman. Yet you still hold the old customs dear. You're an inspiration, miss.
That is like... He's just a simp, dude. Like, legitimately, do you have, like anything? Like, if you look at that one meme, like, I don't hold any values unless a woman tells me otherwise, and then a pretty woman tells me otherwise, and the lady goes, it's just, like, that's him. That's it. Like, maybe you should have values. You're right, maybe I should. Like, that is him, motherfucker. Like, I get it. Respect on the work, but, like, damn, dude. Could you not? I mean, I guess it makes sense. You can't really call it a brown noser if they're loving the brown, you feel me?
You mean she's a procrastinator? And anyway, Pinstripes, if this is a holiday, what are you doing in office?
Oh, I just came to see Miss Layton. I'm not working, don't worry. Now then, miss, would you like another cup of tea?
Yeah, not working at all.
This isn't work, Cheryl. Looking after Miss Layton isn't a chore. It's my, reason to chore. Well, seeing as I don't pay you a salary, you're right. Being here isn't work for you. Cat. What? Damn, I thought this motherfucker was getting paid. He's just like this? My dude, oh my god, he has it so bad. He has it so bad, and just like, I generally think this, like, the game would be better if it was like Layton and her, or like, her and the detective, or her and the profiler. He kind of contributes nothing as far as I see it. I don't want to be mean to him, but when I hear this, I'm like, yeah, dude, you know what? Maybe you should rethink things, or else Lord Tier God's gonna have a very serious conversation with you.
You don't pay him?
Well, he said he didn't mind. He said he'd be my assistant anyway. Absolutely. I don't mind at all. This is simply a spiffing job.
You just lie down on the road and let her drive over you? Is that where the pinstripes come from?
I mean, honestly. But we have a visitor. I wonder who could it be on Godwin's Day?
Oh, you're here, Cat. Thank goodness I found you. I was ready to throw in the towel if your office was shut as well.
Oh dear, Inspector, you seem very flustered. Is it a case? Something grisly, perhaps?
Grizzly doesn't come close. In all my years being a detective, I never come across a situation that's, stickier than this one.
Golly, whatever's happened, Inspector? It sounds like we need to brace ourselves. All right, Inspector, fill us in.
Yes, well, it's, delicate, you see. I don't like to think about it, to be honest. The thing is, it's the middle half's birthday today!
Sorry? Yes, what does that have to do with the case, Inspector?
It only happens once a year, see? And, well, to put it bluntly, I forgot. I haven't got a present or a cake or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if she gave me a leave less. I could do something to fix this. So I need you, Cat. I need those little Greg sales of yours to get me out of this mess.
Inspector! Haste 9, the Battle of Hastings. So that's why it's called what it is. Oh my goodness gracious. Is this a thing that a lot of straight people have to deal with? It's very confusing to me that you just don't, like, have it circled your spouse's birthday. To me, like, I'm just like, I'm so ready to go. Like, I want to do this and whatnot. I mean, I get it if you don't know the date, but, like, I feel like you should know the month, you know? You should be thinking about it for that month. It's just weird to me that it became a trope that, like, men are incompetent, and I know that's not true. I've seen Kiryu Kazuma. That man is anything but. I was anticipating a case that likes of which I've never seen before. You give me a marriage rescue operation.
Not your cup of tea.
Would it be yours, Cheryl? A talk about being used as a dog's body. Quite right, miss. Nobody likes to be used as a dog's body, do they? How did this happen, Inspector? How did you manage to forget such an important day?
Got no one to blame but myself. I've just been so busy these past months. Totally slipped my mind. I marked it on the calendar and everything, precisely so I wouldn't end up in this situation.
Well, I mean, at least he's trying, comparatively. I can see how a police person would get caught up in things if you're a workaholic. Is that why? Because men are supposed to be workaholics? Why? I was gonna say for a second, like, all the people that I know that are workaholics are women. But no, my mom is just a very heavy influence. Now that I think about it, the majority of my family are workaholics, but not me. And, like, not in the sense that, like, I don't like work, is that I just don't like the work that I do to pay the bills, you feel me? If it was this, yeah, I'd probably be a workaholic, to be honest. If I was just doing Let's Plays and just Let's Plays, but I had to keep things going around here, so I need to be doing the beep boops, and then and then, like, how was your day, sir? You know, it's awful. Never do it. Where's your calendar?
In my study at home, and I got one in the office at the yard as well.
Oh, I see. Well, it's no wonder you didn't notice then. Why do you think that, miss? Elementary, my dear Ernest. The inspector just told me he's been extremely busy. Which means we should have no time for sitting in his study at home, and probably a precious little time in his office as well. He's been out and about.
Oh, of course. He hasn't even had time to look at his calendar to notice the reminder. Exactly. I haven't been getting back home until the small hours recently. Which is another reason I was thinking I'd better make an effort this year for our birthday.
Well, it's not too late, isn't it? The day isn't over yet.
That's why I thought, sunshine. So I've been all over the city looking for something for her. But it's Godwin's day, isn't it? Every shop I look at is closed. I can't buy her a present and I can't get her a cake. Even the bakers and the like are all shut down today. Can't get a table at any restaurant either. In fact, this place is about the only establishment I've come across that's open.
Well, we're not technically open today, actually.
Not until this evening to come up with something. I'm telling you, I never seen my little lemon so livid.
Gosh, that doesn't leave much time, does it?
No, it doesn't. I've been out all day looking for a present, you see. And now here I am, no better off. You gotta help me, Cat. Help me find a present for her, please.
Yes, I see your predicament, but it's a bank holiday, you know, Inspector.
Please, Cat.
Working on Godwin's Day. It's not what a gentlewoman does. I think we should try to help, miss. After all, there's nothing sadder than a birthday forgotten by someone you love. What do you think, Cheryl?
Leave me out of this.
Well, I suppose seeing as it's you, Inspector, I can make a special exception.
Thank you. You're a lifesaver, Cat. Not exactly detective work, is it?
It is, if I want it to be. Any mystery solved is my motto, as you know.
Only mystery is how we got you to agree to help.
Inspector Hastings, here you are.
What is it, Constable?
Let me see. Yes. It says here there's been a break-in at the city center. The perpetrator's on the run, apparently.
Really?
Yes, he left a note. Where is it? Yeah. Here it is. Catch me if you can, you stupid pigs. Hey, Beast.
That's a challenge, isn't it? All right, Booker. I'm on my way. You go on ahead to the sea.
Yes, sir. A break-in? Oh, dear. Working on Godwin's Day was a thing thinking. Cat, that's not... Thievery is every day.
Not what you're thinking, that's for sure. Sorry, Cat. I'll have to go down there.
False Inspector, you can ignore blatant goading like that.
You're right, but we haven't worked out anything for the miss yet, have we?
Leave that little problem with us, and you go and catch that thief. You can't leave the people in London in the lurch. That's just not you, is it, Inspector?
No, it isn't. Thanks, Cat. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. Right then. Present's in your capable hands.
He left in rather a hurry, didn't he? Yes, and we have to hurry now too. We must come up with something for Inspector Hastings' wife before the end of the day. I'm not sure we could do to avert a disaster there, miss. Are you? We just have to think of a present so wonderful and makes her forget all about the fact he let slip his mind. If we could do that, I'm sure we'll be able to smooth things over. The problem is, how do you find an impressive enough present on a bank holiday?
Right, how do we do that? The inspector said he'd be trawling the streets since this morning.
Well, inaction certainly won't help us find the answer. Let's go along Chancellor Lane and see what we can find. Okay. Is that her? Oh, you must be the detective, I presume. Oh, yes, that's right. Can I help you? We have spoken before, I think. It's Katrielle, isn't it? And this must be Ernest with you. And Shirley or something, isn't it? Who are you? Oh, sorry. I'm Felicity. Felicity Hastings. Felicity? Hastings? You mean Inspector Hastings' wife? Yes, that's right. He's always telling me how much you've been helping him. Oh, well, yes. We've worked on a number of cases for him now.
We're working on one right now, aren't we?
Well, sorry. I mean, my husband has nothing but good things to say about you, I assure you. He thinks you're a very talented detective, you know. Oh, well, I don't know if I'd say London's best, but...
I don't know if anyone would. She certainly didn't.
Apparently you have a unique personality and knack for solving difficult cases. A unique personality?
That means I'm barking.
Oh yes, and I hear you're a genius when it comes to puzzles. It's a good one that I know. Why don't you give it a try? Alright, for sure. Also, she kind of looked like a Gilf, I'm gonna be real here. Maybe I just got Gilf on the brain right now, but I'm just saying. Today is the preschooler's birthday. There were some number-shaped candles for the cake to show her age, but they've been dropped on the floor. Now they're in pieces. You arrange 3 of them together. You should make the right number. Press and hold to pick up the pieces and candle and move them into the box. Right to make the number. 4? Okay, but... 0? Why is it 3 though? A preschooler's birthday? It would be like a preschooler, right? That shouldn't be like a lot. Like, she shouldn't be like 20 years old. Preschoolers are like 7 at most, I think. So I guess the object here is to like get... See if we can make like a full 1 here. I don't think 4. Well, I think 4 maybe. 5 would be more of a clincher here. You should make the right number if you match 3 together. There's gotta be some little trick to it. 3? That did look like 3 for a sec. You know what? I think this is the case. Because if you do that, that does make 3. So...
This is an interesting one.
Not 3, okay.
That's not like me.
Oh, look at the shapes, the different pieces, and try to... Yeah, I'll try it again. So she's not 3, but that did look like 3. I don't think I was inherently wrong on that. So... if it's not 3, we should try either 4 or 5. I was thinking of 5 here. Do we have a way to get that? I don't think it'd be 9. 9, 9 for a preschooler? That's like not in like any, like even in the UK it's not. So it can't be that. Oh. I'm gonna try to make 5 here. Not really? Maybe this one? That does not do it. Maybe like so? That makes 2, sort of. That sort of makes 2. See, like, we're able to do 3 pretty easily. Like, that is 3! I don't think they're trying to, like, inherently mess with me. And it's saying it's supposed to make something, right? 8's a possibility for sure. We can make 8, but 8, it's a preschooler. I imagine like 6 or 7 would be the case. So can we make a 6? Let's try making a 6. Oh, that just makes it 8. That can't be it. A little frustrating in the sense that, like, we can't move it around, we can't do anything else, so if we don't spot it, we don't get it, you know? I don't know how I'd make a 5 out of this. 5's a kind of hard number to re-replicate. And you wouldn't really be able to get a 4 out of it. Right? That's 9. You could do 9. It's easy to do 9 and 8, but I don't think that's the case. It's gotta be like a kid. If you arrange 3 of them together, they make the right number. She's in preschool. Today is this preschooler's birthday. So, you would have to know what the preschool is. I'm guessing it would be like 6. Please. Please. We can't, like, move it that way, maybe? Why would you have it? Like... Oh? You know what? They did not say that it had to be that way. It could be the other way. So we're gonna actually make a 9, and it's gonna actually be 6. I think that's where the trickety trick comes from.
This should do it, I think.
No, it's not! It's not! Because you can flip it over and it could be 6. And 6 seems like an appropriate age for a preschooler. I don't think it's the best age for them. I think 4 is, but I can't really be making a 4, can I? I'd be trying. It's hard. The 4 don't, and I try to make a 5, but it don't really hit with the 5. I feel like it's going to be like exactly matched, right? I think we can make a 7 with it either. I really doubt a preschooler 7 years. You can make it super easy. We can make 6/9 super easy. And we made 3. We were able to make 3. This has to be on top because it does not connect. We need connectors. So this also connects. And this also connects. What does this also connect to? Okay, I'm seeing something. We're very close with that. But we might be able to do something better. No? Like, we're so close to the thing. That doesn't get it either. That sort of works, but it sort of doesn't. That's 0. It just looks like 0. I don't know why this is particularly so hard for me to figure out. She's still crying. She's still crying. Why? I just don't think they would give us something that was like a little matched. Because like we have this, and it does sort of match. It has 3, but it wasn't that, and that doesn't match either. You know what? That might be the case. We just did the wrong 3. We just did the wrong. Of course. You did it! The pieces of cake have been put back together to make the number 3. Now it'll be a happy birthday after all. That was sweet. Took way too long for me. Don't be real, that's got an L there. Well, I can see why my husband calls on your services so frequently. If only my problems were so easily solved. Oh dear, do you have something on your mind, Miss Hastings? As a matter of fact, I do. I'm rather down in the dumps today. London could be a very gloomy place when you're not feeling your best. What? London? The happiest place on earth? No place like London. There's no place like London. I'm sorry to hear that you're not happy, Felicity. I hope that changes for you soon. Aren't you sweet, Katrielle? I don't suppose I could bend your ear, could I? Of course you could. I'd be glad to hear your troubles. It's just that my husband's job is so demanding, you see. I know it's a wonderful thing that he does, and I do support him. But once in a while, it would be nice if you thought about me a little. You know, it's my birthday today. And because it's a bank holiday, I'd hope you'd be able to spend some time together and celebrate for me once. Yes, of course. Birthdays are very important, I think. So, I'm gonna get on with my high horse, so here comes another anti-loss ranting here. But I do think birthdays are important to celebrate in the sense that it helps validate the person's existence. And I didn't used to like really hold this philosophy until I specifically saw one panel from a manga called Welcome to Demon School, Aruma-kun. For some added context, Aruma is basically an abused child. They have a very traumatic childhood, but in a wacky sort of anime sense where like nothing too abusive was happening that you couldn't show, but he literally was just an extremely nice kid that would say and do whatever people asked him if they said please to him. And it makes him fairly endearing because like, hey, he just wants to be that way. He wants to help out his everybody that like wants his help and everything like that. And his parents effectively take advantage of him because of that, and he eventually ends up effectively being alone and like living by himself and everything. And it's sad in the sense that like you don't see the suffering, but you could clearly tell throughout the consistency of the manga, he legitimately does have all those things that trauma kids have. He has it to where like he'll eat a lot, even though he does not need to eat that much, because when you grow up in an environment where you're not able to eat food consistently, you'll eat everything at once when you get the opportunity, and then without regard of like what it does to you. Various other things that he does is just kind of all over the place in terms of where it is. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where. I'm just making a small discussion of it, but suffice to say, Ruma doesn't understand that he needs to have ambitions and goals, and basically to appreciate himself more. And if there's anything I could say about that manga, like wholeheartedly so, it is a isekai anime that is disguised as a harem anime disguised as a self-help anime. And it's very funny in that regard because, like, it legitimately is just watching Aruma-kun eventually just get better and be able to, like, have a stable environment and be able to go to school and do kid stuff effectively. I mean, they're demon kid stuff now, but, like, hey, he's making friends that he never had before because in his previous life he did not have friends. And he has a loving family, and it all accumulates to this one little point. I'll show the little manga if I can. Where basically his adopted grandfather says, "I'm glad you were born." And like, that shit hits so hard. And just like, can you imagine never hearing that, never having that? And like, to me, that's why I think birthdays are incredibly important now. And why I would love for my birthday to be a very special occasion. Unfortunately, it's not. I have terrible birthdays ever since I turned 20. I don't know what it is. I hate them. But I've been trying to make note of being better about remember people's birthdays and whatnot ever since I read that manga panel. Because, like, honestly, you never know when people are going to go and all that such. And I just would like people to know in my life how much I do appreciate them, and I'm glad they're born. And that's sort of a way to do it. So yeah, sorry about the little sappy story, but this is the case in point. Of course, I was fuming when I found out he'd forgotten. But then he got all dramatic and said, "I'll get you a present if it's the last thing I do," and ran off. Well, a present would be nice, but the truth is... Felicity? Sorry, listen to me. I've done nothing but grumble and bruise. I thought I could pop out to the hairdresser and maybe get an ice cream on my way back home to cheer myself up. But everywhere's shut, of course. I suppose I'll just have to try and forget it all about it and go home with my tail between my legs. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thanks for listening. That poor woman is very upset, isn't she? Yes, Inspector Hastings said she was angry. But she didn't seem angry to me. Not so much a bloodhound as a melancholy. That's a good joke. You must find a good present. If not for Inspector Hastings, for Felicity herself. Here. I wonder what would be a good. Yes, we didn't ask what sort of thing she likes, did we? I suppose an outfit of some kind or some jewelry would be the obvious choice. Just the sort of thing we might find at a bouquet down the road. Why don't you have a look? Oh? You toppled on it. Inspector is busy as always, but his wife wants to enjoy the day together. Isn't that what she wants? Like, isn't that the case? I don't know, fam. But next time, we'll be doing more of a special day on Godwin's Day. So then, thank you for watching. Sayonara. Bye-bye.